separate links.
Weather information you can plan on, only on the Weather Channel.
For local forecasts.
WeatherScope.
A storm system that dumps snow on the southeast is now charging northward up the eastern seaboard, bringing with it rain and snow. Good evening and welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Christina Abernathy. For more information on this Appalachian snowstorm, we turn now to Jeff Morrow in the Forecast Center for a complete update. Jeff?
Christina, it was an Appalachian snowstorm. Now the snow starting to pull a little bit farther on to the north into Pennsylvania and parts of upstate New York and into New England as well. We're going to be talking about all of that coming up. This storm is still deepening tremendously right off the New Jersey coast, so that means there's lots of wind and some coastal flooding is a real threat with this particular system. Let's show you what it looks like on the satellite radar composite, and we'll go ahead and put it on into motion here. The jet stream flow like this, and then kind of rounding the bend here along the east coast. When you get a trough, this is what we call a trough here in the eastern part of the U.S., and you get a storm or some energy rounding that, tapping into some moisture here, and that's that big long subtropical streak there. Things coming together, and again, look at all the precipitation just kind of exploding over southern New England, parts of eastern PA, upstate New York, New Jersey, and earlier snow coming right up the Appalachians. Check out some of these snowfall tallies. Rennick, West Virginia, 12 inches. That's in Monroe County, southeast corner of the state. Blacksburg at 7, Beckley at 5, and even on out into the Shenandoah Valley, 5 inches of snow there in Roanoke. So this has been a prolific snow producer. We're not done with it yet, and we actually have 2 Weather Channel crews covering this storm from both big aspects of it. Jim Cantore in Bedford, PA, covering the snow, and Mike Seidel getting absolutely pummeled in Sandy Hook, New Jersey. We'll get to Mike in a moment. First of all, let's go to Jim Cantore. Jim, how's the snow doing?
Hey, Jeff, snow continues to come on down. We're pretty fortunate here. We don't have a lot of wind like Mike does on the shoreline, and the temperature's right around 32 degrees. And I want to go right off the bat with our mass cam shot and show you the effect of the salt trucks already. You can see the nice little wet patches in the roads, and that's where the salt is obviously taking effect on the roads pretty quickly here. But still, a lot of folks coming off the Pennsylvania Turnpike tonight have been going very, very slow as a result of the snow. Now, the snow's not coming down hard enough yet to cause an overall problem on the roads, and that is good news. They can definitely keep up with it. And it was kind of interesting today, Jeff, as we drove from Harrisburg west over here to Bedford, where they just had pre-positioned the sand trucks and the salt trucks right there on the sides of the roads. So there is almost like a convoy ready to head out, obviously, as the snow pulled on in. Let me show you what's going on. Roads are here, obviously, where they're treated, where the salt has made its way on across. We've got melting. But where the snow comes on down and where we don't have the salt, obviously we still have some snow-covered roads. And no doubt it's going to be a slippery night tonight because we do expect the snow to continue to come on down. As we look at the yardstick, we've got about an inch of new snow on the ground, and this is a little bit different. It's a little more powdery snow, not the kind of snow we can make snowmen in. So we're, I guess, a little disappointed there. But winter storm warnings are posted tonight. The local basketball tournament here has been canceled, and we're just ready for the big blitz to come on in. Now, where obviously it's just been windy and rainy tonight, the real brunt of the coastal storm has been on the coast. And to cover it for us, let's go to Sandy Hook and Mike Seidel. Mike?
Okay, Jim, you're right. It has been howling here since about 3:30, 4 o'clock this afternoon. The storm is still south of here, so we've got another couple of hours of this here at Sandy Hook on the North Jersey shore. And then after about midnight or so, you'll see a rapid change in the weather for the better. Heavy rain tonight causing street flooding in and around the tri-state area. One thing we don't have to worry about here, Jeff and Jim, is snowfall. You've got to get out into Sussex County, out into the Poconos for that. And obviously this weather is having a major impact on the airports, especially LaGuardia. Outbound and inbound delays, arrivals, departures running as much as 45 minutes to an hour. Over at Newark, no problems getting out, but arrivals now running 45 minutes late. A little bit better over Kennedy, 15-minute delays. Again, the storm is moving up the coast. Once it moves by, we'll see the winds blow more from the south and southwest. The rain will basically ease off very quickly. So by tomorrow morning's rush hour, Jeff, the weather will be vastly improved. Maybe even see a few peaks of sunshine. But tonight, beach erosion and still that risk of some coastal flooding over there on the west side of the Long Island Sound.
Mike, this whole storm is slowing down here as it heads up toward Long Island, so you may be in this for a while longer. I hope you really are prepared for that kind of a battering.
Yeah, we're hunkered down. We've got heavy sandbags holding down these lights and the camera, even though they're still flapping back and forth. So we'll be here and we'll be okay. And sometime early tomorrow morning, I'll get a nice hot shower.
And you deserve it. All right, Mike Seidel reporting from Sandy Hook, New Jersey. It's a rough night there, and joining us here at the Forecast Center is Kevin Ross, senior meteorologist. And Kevin, boy, Mike's really getting rocked up there. We've got snow with this storm, we've got wind, and it's far from over.
We've got it all, and it is slowing down, which means residents along the Jersey Shore should be a little careful with the wind. I know the tide's going out now in most locations, but if this thing truly does slow down and even come to a halt, we may have another successive high tide with some potentially coastal flooding.
All right, already we've had some reports of flooding just because of the heavy rain in parts of northern Jersey. Let's show the folks what we're talking about here, Kevin. And indeed, here is our explosively developing low at the bottom of the screen. And it's really the difference in pressure between that big low and the high to the north, which is driving the wind into where Mike is.
It is, and with winter storms, we look for this high to see how strong it is, and it's not as strong as what we'd like to see for some snow along the coast, which is why they're getting the rain as far inland as they are. But as this storm continues to deepen, it's actually deflecting off a little to the right.
Here, Kevin, between these two areas.
It is. We have the upper level low sitting back here over West Virginia right now, and also the surface low is off the New Jersey coast. And we had seen most of the day this dry area in between, and now the upper level low is catching up to the surface low, which we've been anticipating for much of the day.
All right, just wanted to mention quickly, Jim is located about right here, Mike located right here at Sandy Hook, but some pretty heavy snow being reported just to Jim south, so I wouldn't be surprised that some of that heavier precipitation there, by the way, which is getting into D.C., could get up toward him a little bit later on.
Yes, we are getting some heavier snow, even some moderate bursts of snow now just to the west.